Well, hello, crafty friends, and welcome back to my studio. Or if this is your first time here, welcome in for the first time. Grab your favorite cup of whatever it is this holiday season that you've been enjoying and settle in for just a few minutes as I show you what I created in terms of a couple of simple cards with some things that I hadn't used from my desk. I don't know if you've ever taken an online class and maybe it's a technique class and you're just practicing, or maybe it's a card class and you've been creating something and you have a card finished at the end of it. Or maybe it's a little bit of the two of them. Well, I last year took a class from Christina Warner, Kathy Zilski, Jennifer McGuire, and Dana Joy. I think it was called Relax and Rewind. It was a holiday card. I've put the link here on the screen for you. I'll also put it in the show notes. But what we did was learn some techniques in that. And what came out of it was some beautiful watercolors, not something I'd done before. And from that, I cut out and die cut in the class a number of different types of things. We have some beautiful snowflakes in some pinks and purples, wonderful Christmas balls and some red. I had so much fun learning these techniques. But in truth, when I finished the class, I just kept my little pieces and didn't ever quite get back to them until now. So today's video is about it never being too late to find out what's on your desk, what have you stashed away, and what can you bring out and make a beautiful brand new card with. So today we're going to use some of those pieces to make some beautiful cards that I'm gifting to friends this weekend at our cookie baking exchange. And I hope that you will take a couple of minutes to sit with me now and tune in deeply so that you can see exactly what I made. Friends, let's get Christmas creating. Well, I am going to put this on a little bit of hyper speed so that you can see what I'm doing. I am basically designing these cards just not from a picture that I've been inspired by, but just by what I think is going to work for these. Now, when I took the watercolor class, there was some really neat techniques that we used. We could use any colors we liked, and these were the colors that I used. And I think they blend themselves well to a bit of a wintry scene. What you see on the screen of what I'm doing here is just trying to figure out what's the right size and shape. Should I matte things? Shouldn't I matte them? Should I put something behind the sentiments? All of those sorts of things are going through my mind here. I'm going to start on these snowflakes. Now that's a nice kind of ombre blue and white card there, and I wanted to play up the pinks that are in the snowflakes that I die cut from the watercolor. Now this is a puffy sticker. It does have adhesive on the back, but that glue is just going to make it a little bit better of a hold on the glitter paper that I'm using. Now I'm just going through and sort of picking out the negative space details so that these look very lacy and pretty and nice. And I noticed as I was doing them, they're all a little bit curved. The nature of watercolor paper is that it's taking on the water from your watercolor. And of course, that leaves it a little bit bent, if you will. So I thought I could play up a little bit of that bend by tucking things in behind each other. It worked out pretty nicely. Now, when it comes to putting things down on glitter, I'm definitely going to use that liquid glue in my glue press there. So what you see is, of course, me just putting some dots of glue down, and then I'm using an acrylic block to weight it down. And what I decided to do was leave this entire front of the card and work on the next card while that was sort of drying. Now, I've got a couple yellow stars here, and I'm honestly not sure if they work, if it's the right thing that I should do. I love that I have some different sizes to choose from, and that I can kind of make whatever pattern I want to make. So I play with this, more of a purple background. It's a wonderful time of year. I decided to go with the one yellow star and the rest in the pinks and blues and purples that I made in the watercolor class. And I'm going to turn this into a 6x6 card. Now the other thing that I did with this, again, because the paper was a little bit curved, was decide to play with that curve by lifting up some of the stars. I put the double-sided foam tape on, and you may have seen me dab some glue onto the adhesive as well. That's because I'm putting it on a glitter paper. I am a bling is good type of girl, and so I really enjoy lots of glitter and foils and all things shiny. But really, I wanted to make sure that this was well adhered to. Now I'm just taking some of my favorites when it comes to gems and looking for the right combination of what to put down here. Look at how pretty that turned out. I love that it's sort of wintry in its effect. I trim off the sides, and then I go ahead and I'm lifting up the whole card front. Now this again is another good idea for ensuring that I've got a nice straight finish to it. These Gina K gems are among my favorites. And in fact, most of the time when I see somebody receive a card with these on it, they gasp and they go to touch it. They really look like water droplets. I love, love, love them. So there's the card that I made that was a top folding. Now let's come back to the 6x6, taking a lovely pink here to play up on that. Not everybody does Christmas in traditional colors, so I like to make a variety of cards that can speak to different people, and then as I decide who to give them to, I always come up with something that feels like it matches who they are. I'm using this beautiful paint pen to just add a few little stripes and polka dots to add just a little bit more zhuzh. And there are those Gina K gems again. I wanted to just make sure that I had sort of an odd number spattered around the side there, filling up a bit of that negative space that I had left in a way that when this glue dries clear, they will be like water droplets coming in the sky as well. So a 6x6 and a traditional top folding. And then I want you to see that these were just such a sweet and easy card to make. Now, I made these snowflakes a year before I made the card. So check out your stash, go look at what you have, and see if you've saved some of your pieces for a future card. And go ahead and make that future card now. Bring it into reality. Friends, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all of the videos in my series. I'm doing a daily video for the 24 days of Christmas, just like an Advent card, because I want to make things merry, friends. I'll see you again tomorrow.